Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Welcome back to Lovin Daily. We're taking you through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Of course, big news is the fact that residents from India, in South Africa and Nigeria can fly back to Dubai. But with that, there are a lot of questions. So we're going to be talking about approved vaccines on the Lovin Daily today. We're also talking about a Dubai delivery driver. He waited to help a crying baby, but the story is actually getting some interesting comments.
Yes, and we'll also be talking about DXP Terminal 1's reopening to create 3,500 new job openings, and a Friday whale washed up dead in Dubai. I said it like that because I wasn't sure of the pronunciation, even though I just heard it. But first, a more pressing question.
More pressing question. Go on.
Casey.
Yes, Simran.
Are you a panty liner?
Because
you're making me feel fresh.
I have no words to how to respond to that.
We had our video out yesterday on pickup lines, and of course it was a sponsored thing for Always. And yeah, the comments were so cute though. So many pickup lines coming in the comments.
So we all had to go through like really cute, nice pickup lines, and then for some reason I got lumped with the last one, which was, "Are you a panty liner because you make me feel fresh?" Which is why I was going to say, which is why I'm single, but I'm not. Anything else to add on that one, or just lovely in it? That's it.
No, but it's you know what? Always amazing. Like things we do for women, us women, like we stand for always. We always stand for always.
I'm going to use Simran's dress as a towel to mop up my shame. Before we get into all of our top stories, by the way, someone incredibly special is joining us in the studio. We have Farhana Bodhi. She's on her way here right now. If you follow her, you'll know what an incredible woman she is, inspiration for female empowerment. She's going to be joining us very, very shortly. But before that, I want to jump into an interesting headline that caught our attention. It's a BBC report saying a Shanghai gallery has removed an exhibit ranking women from prettiest to ugliest. And the words forgivably ugly and unforgivably ugly for used. Basically, an artist, he went out, he made a 7-hour-long film ranking females on their looks, and he took photos, he blurred out their faces, and it actually got to the point that it was showing in a museum, and they only removed it because there was a social media outcry.
Yeah, I was reading it, I'm just like, the museum is, we should have been better. We should have seen this, and as a sign, and shouldn't have even given him the platform to share it in a museum. But I mean, how? Like, okay, fine, you apologize after the outbreak, after the social media backlash, but how does it even get approved to go in the museum in the first place? It is so misogynistic. And the guy's like, so if you want to see the campus queen, you have to come to the museum as early as possible. Otherwise, as dusk comes, it'll be a living hell in this place, because the video is just going to go on and show the people that are uglier in his perspective. Like,
the whole thing is sad, and like, it's horrific to think that people should be ranked on their attractiveness. The fact that it made it to museum. But the saddest part is that we actually know the university that they were at, and this is a huge story in China. And the thing is, images, like their faces were blurred, but you can still make out who they were. So the possibility of people actually being named targeted or pointed out that they were listed in any of these rankings is just super duper sad. So on that level, get it out of the museum. It's already out of the museum. But
and Songta, the male artist behind this, Songta, he went and defended his work, defended his thing, saying, it's my perspective, this is how I see it, why am I not allowed? Like, the man is actually defending his actions behind ranking women like from pretty to ugly, and forgivably ugly and unforgivably ugly. Like, this is a joke. Like,
painful.
It's disgusting misogyny. But
the things I would like to do to see that story wiped away from our brainscapes. But yeah, that's happening in Shanghai. Moving on to what's happening in Dubai, UAE authorities have clarified that CoviShield is an approved vaccine. So following Saturday's surprise announcement that residents can return to Dubai after months-long wait, residents stuck in India pored over the requirements as you would, and many of you had questions. So a quick recap of actually the requirements that are needed to get back in. You must be a Dubai resident. You must have 2 doses of the vaccine already under your belt. You must have a negative PCR result taken within 48 hours. We talked all about this on the Lovin Daily yesterday. You should take a rapid PCR test 4 hours before flight departure. You must undergo another PCR test at Dubai. I've seen some funny memes about how your nose is going to be feeling afterwards. But this is all stuff that you have to do to get back into the country. But I think one of the main questions people had was which vaccines are approved. Because we know the vaccines approved in the UAE are
Sinopharm, Pfizer-BioNTech, AstraZeneca, and Sputnik.
Exactly.
Sputnik V.
Sputnik V. And so these are the 4 that we know that are approved. We've talked about them many, many times. However, then there's a lot of questions going straight to the DHA on Twitter saying, I urge the UAE government health officials to clarify on the consideration of India CoviShield over AstraZeneca approved vaccines. This has become a huge confusion for Indians. Straight away, they got back to him and they said, thank you for contacting us. Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine and CoviShield are the very same vaccine. And we've seen that question over a number of times throughout Twitter. Mohammed on Twitter also said, that's not his full profile because it would be very hard to get that name. Mohammed Imran Hussa said, please clarify UAE. As in India, we have CoviShield in collaboration with AstraZeneca. Is it the same? And they responded, thank you for contacting us. Oxford AstraZeneca and vaccine and CoviShield are the very same.
That is amazing they responded because it clarifies so many doubts. Because in India, it's CoviShield, Covaxin. So they haven't said anything on Covaxin, but CoviShield, they said, is AstraZeneca basically. So it is approved. And if you have 2 doses of CoviShield, you are authorized to come back to the UAE. Congrats, my friend. You have won the lottery.
100%. I feel like that would be a massive relief for anyone who has the CoviShield vaccine. Because like you said, we haven't actually spoken. It's a word that was new to me yesterday when we spoke about it on the show. And now that we know that actually is just the AstraZeneca under a different name, made by the same people and made in India. So fantastic news for some people, a sigh of relief.
Some people, yeah. It is such a, like, okay, seeing that your vaccine has made it on the list, it's like, yes. But hopefully we'll see more Indian vaccines getting approved by the World Health Organization and thus the UAE. So more people will be able to come back. But it's all a slow rollout. And yeah, we'll see more regulations and updated information on this on Emirates. And the UAE is yet to release more information. So let's wait on that.
What we do know is that there are many people running to get back onto flights on Wednesday when they open up. Flight prices are surging. As you can expect, there's a massive rush. So I would either get on that as quickly as possible and try and get a cheap flight, or maybe wait it out a little bit more because you're not going to be getting a cheap one.
Wait it
out. I'm just telling people that's what's going on.
Wait it out.
Have you seen the price?
Because waiting it out from April 24th hasn't been long enough.
Have you seen the price?
I haven't seen the price.
They're getting expensive.
Like, how did you see
I didn't say wait it out for another year. I'm just saying if you want to get a cheaper flight, you won't be probably getting on a flight on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at cheap option. But if you've been stuck there for if you're resident here and you're waiting to come back, by this point, I think for many, price is no object.
I would probably, if I've already done it for what is it, 2 months? When did borders close?
What, for what?
When did borders close from India back to the UAE?
April.
So if that's the case, I've already been there for that long. If I was going to save a few thousand dirham for a few days flight, I'd probably wait. But I'm cheap, so. And it's flying back on Wednesday. You're not going to get back into work until next Sunday. It's fine.
But I mean, what was I going to say? I mean, to each their own case, it's very different.
Yeah,
but yeah,
100%.
Of course. But moving on to a whale story not moving on to whale story, sorry, terminals. So speaking of flights, now the DXB Terminal 1's reopening to create 3,500 job openings. And this weekend, the UAE travel sector saw multiple updates. Like you just heard, flights from India, Nigeria, and South Africa have reopened, and inbound flights from Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Namibia have been temporarily suspended. Now, following those updates, another major travel update to follow is that Dubai will reopen Terminal 1 from Thursday, June 24th. And this comes after 15 months, which is 1 long year and 3 months. It's been a long time.
A long time. Thinking of that Fast and Furious song. It's been a long time.
without you,
my friend.
I'll tell you all about it when I
See you again. Thank you, Ali.
Yes, yes. You saved us. You saved us. But yeah, Dubai International Airport Terminal 1 and Concourse D will officially reopen to travelers on June 24th. The terminal was closed on March 25th, 2020, following the global aviation halt put in place to control the spread of COVID-19. Now, Dubai Airports is advising passengers to confirm their terminal of departure and arrival if they've booked flights from June 24th, as terminal gates are now subject to change. Also, as a result of this reopening, 3,500 jobs will be created, and these jobs will be created by Dubai Airports and its many partners who will be resuming operations as well. Now, Tim, 1 second. My laptop dead.
It's fantastic news about the job creation.
Thanks. I'm looking to apply.
Interesting.
But Chief Executive Officer Paul Griffiths, he said we're anticipating a huge surge in inbound and outbound demand over the next few months. Did I just say Tim? I didn't mean Tim. I meant Paul Griffiths. Air travel will get a boost as countries start to remove restrictions, while an upcoming holiday in the Middle East and Expo 2020 Dubai, which begins in October, will also help shore up demand. So this is just another move showing that the Expo is bang on and it's gonna happen. And we are anticipating many flights to reopen, many airlines to resume operations in the UAE, and all of that. So the flight industry will be picking up as of June 24th. It's not already.
It's such great news. We know that the airline industry was the hardest industry hit, one of them, throughout the pandemic. It was literally like smack bang, jobs gone, airports closed, something that we'll hopefully never see again in our lifetime. So the fact that now DXB is bringing in new jobs to the fold, I think it's fantastic news. And one of those little small happy stories that we can share every now and then.
I got chills when you said that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
It's nice, whatever.
Nice moment. Speaking of nice moments, we have a story to share. A Dubai delivery driver waited to help a crying baby. Now, this is an incredible story and it's getting very interesting feedback. It was shared on LinkedIn, and one driver by the name of Mohammed Hassan, he was a hero. The Talabat delivery driver was dropping off a birthday cake to a customer when he heard a baby inside the apartment crying. What would you do in this situation? Very difficult. He called the recipient of the cake and she told him she'd be 10 minutes late, but to leave the cake at the door. Now, the driver refused to leave. He said, "Ma'am, I can't leave. I can hear a baby crying inside your apartment." Although she actually told him someone was with the baby, then she arrived 10 minutes later to find him waiting with the cake. He refused to leave. He said he wasn't sure if there was someone inside the apartment and he wanted to wait until he was guaranteed that there was a person there.
That is so sweet.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So the lady who shared this post, she dropped it on LinkedIn and she basically said that this is incredible deed, act of humanity. It's a great act of kindness. And she basically wanted to kind of shout out with praise to prove that humanity is amazing. She said, "Thank you so much, Mohammed and Talabat, for bringing such decent and caring people to our lives." Now, what's very interesting about this post is it's gotten like 14,000 likes. Let me check this. Nearly 14,000 likes, 400 comments. And what people noticed was that actually Hadir Wafi is the regional category manager at Talabat. So people were questioning her motives in writing the story. It's a nice thing.
It is sweet. I mean, oh, so what are the comments like?
It's a tricky one because people immediately noticed her position and they basically said it's a marketing effort. And to be honest, they're quite cruel. The internet can be quite cruel in places. But however, you know, it's a mixed bag. Someone saying it's nice employee appreciation. If she works for Talabat, why not shout out an employee in your company? Why not give them praise on a public platform and maybe give them other praise within the company as well? But there are definitely a lot of cynics there saying, no, this is a marketing ploy. I don't think you would do it as a marketing ploy.
I don't know. Like, firstly, to get out of the way, delivery drivers in Dubai are heroes. They do definitely this act of kindness would have definitely happened, and I'm sure to others as well. And they do go beyond like what they're supposed to make sure the meals reach safely and all of that stuff. But I mean, I don't know, because one question that Hani raised is that how come if someone was taking care of the baby, no one opened the door.
Someone was taking it. So what happened? He arrived and there was a baby crying. He called the woman and she said, I'll be there in 10 minutes, but there's someone inside.
Yeah.
And why did no one open the door?
Why didn't anyone open the door for just to pick up the cake? Like, why leave it outside the door if there was someone in the house taking care of the baby?
Maybe they were sleeping? Are you allowed to sleep when you're...
I don't
I'm not a mom.
I mean, if the baby is crying, would you get any sleep? Do you want me to try? Do you want to try sleeping? Should I try crying?
No, I had a call with my sister yesterday and all I could hear was a child in the background. That's enough. I don't know. It's a tricky one. But it's opened up a mixed bag of conversation. But like I said, there's some great comments as well. Great man, a wonderful job done by the driver.
Of course. But at the end of the day, whatever it is, whether she works there or not works there, it is employee appreciation. And they do these things out of the kindness of their hearts so many times. So
this is it. And the thing is, you may work for, let's say for like Taliban, or let's say you work for like somewhere that's quite a big brand name and that you're using anyway daily, not because you work for them.
Yeah.
So for example, I could work for Deliveroo because I use them so much. I could work for Taliban because I use them so much. So then if I were to post something nice, like when you see good deeds, it's nice to share them. I don't know. It's a tricky one.
Like I also go around and tell people like Lovin Dubai is like my go-to place when I want to find someplace new. If, like sometimes I'm not even like, we don't post a lot of the stuff. Like sometimes our interns post and all those things. So it's like, I get surprised by our own feed.
What?
Like,
you post all the stuff?
No, like we do, but like sometimes you're surprised, like, oh, nice.
You mean by the TikToks?
TikToks, yeah, and like the weekend stuff. It's not us, Shireen posts them, and then we post other things. And sometimes the intern suggests some things, and then the things we reshare, and then sometimes Rich has an input. So it's like we get, I don't know, I get surprised by our own feed so many times.
I got you.
And we're like, girl, you work there. I'm like, so?
I'm there in physicality. In mind, I'm elsewhere. That's what you're saying.
No,
I'm only joking.
not at all.
I got what you're saying.
I'm here like mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul.
Soul.
Speaking of TikTokers, by the way, tomorrow on the show, we are joined by Maria Cisco, and she's one of these Dubai residents who's blown up TikTok. You've seen her videos because we keep resharing them, but you've also, if you're on TikTok, you've seen them. She does the most relatable Dubai stuff, and she's kind of a genius at TikTok, and we're going to have her in studio tomorrow, so that's super exciting.
TikTokers, amazing. We love them. They give us so much inspo. But moving on, so before we move on to this next incident that I'll be sharing with you guys, just a warning that the footage I'll be playing beside us is quite graphic and heartbreaking all at once. But yeah, so a Briday's whale washed up dead in Dubai. Now, a Briday's whale weighing 15 tons and 12 meters long washed up dead in the Jebel Ali Canal, which was scouted out by emergency teams at DP World. Now, the whale was later taken in for examination by the Sharjah Environment and Protected Areas Authority, EPAA, and Zayed University. The footage of this incident was also shared on EPAA's official Instagram handle. Now, you may be wondering how a whale washed up on shore in Dubai, because it is quite unheard of. But in the recent years, marine life and whales have been facing many threats due to global warming, increase in fishing, entanglement in fishing gear, trauma from ship strikes, oil spills, and of course, plastic consumption. Now, most of the time, whales end up washing up on shores as a result of dehydration or suffocation of plastic or hazardous man-made waste and collapse under their own weight. And the mammals then end up drowning and wash up on the shores when high tides cover their blowholes. Now, it's just so funny and sad. Like, we look at these footages and we see these videos out playing in front of us and we go like, that is so sad, that's so depressing, look at all that blood, I can't watch it. But the funny thing is, like, we are like, this is a result of human activity and the things we put out into the ocean and our consumption of, marine life and all of that. So it's just, I don't know, like, I would see this footage and want to not, like, I don't know, like, it's easy saying that it's sad, but it's difficult to put your foot down and say that I don't want to play part in this incident and I don't want to be a part of, these kind of sad things happening around the world and to these animals.
It's a stark reminder for the potential damage we could be having on the environment. I believe the whale has been taken from Jebel Ali Beach, where it was found. this is incomprehensible to me that a mammal so large, I think, did you say like 12 meters?
12 meters, yeah.
Washing up on the beach. And I think it's very, very unnatural for this to happen. I remember when I was young growing up, it happened once, and I live near beaches, it happened once in my lifetime growing up, and we went down there because that's what people were doing, and it was a really shocking scene, and actually the smell was so overpowering. But it's very unnatural for this to happen, because usually I believe that when they die they don't wash up, they either wash up together or so to wash up alone shows that something there is an unnatural cause there. But the whale has been taken to, is it EPAA in Abu Dhabi for some Sharjah, sorry, for more research, so we'll know more about it, and then that can potentially give them more information about the specific marine life seen for brides whales. Brides or brides whales?
Brides. I have to find the pronunciation online for this.
In the region. So
I mean, I honestly didn't know so much about the ecosystem and marine life, but after I saw this documentary on Netflix, Seaspiracy, I found it very interesting. And they do cover a lot of these incidents, like whale hunting, whales washing up, the threats that marine life is facing right now. And just seeing this, you feel so sad seeing the whale like that. But right now, I mean, not right now, just earlier this year, Japan had a whole whale hunting season where more than 300 whales were being authorized to hunt. It's just messed up what's happening around the world, and people like authorizing.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Like, you shared the video yesterday, and I'm a lot of the comments were, you know, it's so sad, and you're just thinking like this massive mammal has lost its life, but then like you're saying, over in Japan they're doing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, people go in. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
What an interesting selection of stories today. We talked about vaccines, we moved on to deceased whales, we talked about airports, we talked about drivers, we talked about cakes. Did we talk about cakes? Yeah, the driver was delivering a cake. The cakes was on the mind. Also, we're going to go for a quick break, but before we do, shout out to Alibaba. He got his second dose of Sinopharm yesterday, and he's in studio. He's feeling well.
Yes.
In studio, super duper early. You're like, man, you're refreshed. You're good. You're all.
Exactly. I'm not gonna let anything stop me from doing what I want to do.
Damn.
Just come to work.
This is why.
Man is our superhero.
This is our tripod. Guys, stay tuned. Oh no. After the break, we're going to be joined by Farhana Bodhi. She's in studio, the female powerhouse and trailblazer who's leading a call for female empowerment, and recently announced as one of the most popular Instagram accounts in the UAE. She'll be joining us after this very short break. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Welcome back to the Lovin Daily. We are joined by the one and only Farhana Bodhi in studio, the female powerhouse and trailblazer who's leading a call for female empowerment and was recently announced as one of the most popular Instagram accounts in the UAE. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be on the show. By the way, like, I find your guys' platform so informative. Like, every day I'm like stalking you guys on Instagram. Honestly, it's such an amazing platform. I love it.
Thank you.
I love the name Lovin in Dubai.
Thank you very much. That's really kind. We're super excited to have you here. We had a bit of drama because we were meant to. There was a driver issue.
I know.
You look so calm, cool, and collected. You're like so.
Well, I wasn't calm in the Uber. I was like, I need to go. I have a line. He's like, chill out. You'll get there. Basically, it was just a bit of a thing on Uber where I put the platinum tower, and took me somewhere else.
There's more than one platinum tower in Dubai.
I know. I didn't know that.
But look, we're super excited to have you. When I said Farhana Bodhi was coming into the studio, there was some like, oh my god, this is very exciting.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You have this incredible platform, 1 million followers. But for people who don't know, like, what is your journey? Where did it start from? How did you start? When did you become the social media star? What was like the first step into this career for you?
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick, brief about how I started my journey. But I think it's so important for my audience, for your audience, to know what I used to do a little bit before the social media era, right?
Amazing.
So I'm originally Indian from South Africa. I was brought up in South Africa, and I've always been so passionate about fashion, beauty, makeup, that I always wanted to be, on television, on the runway. I just love fashion. So I started my career in South Africa as a makeup artist. And then I moved to London, and I was in London for a couple of years. I was doing modeling. I was working with some top luxury makeup brands out there, and then I decided that I want to go for a holiday to Dubai. And 2007, I came to Dubai for a fashion show. I was walking on the runway for a jewelry brand, and I remember at that time it was Madinat Jumeirah. They had a beautiful fashion show, and I came. Then I was like, wow, this is so me. I love Dubai. I'm like, I need to move here. I was blown away by Dubai that in 2008, I moved to Dubai.
Amazing.
So like a year later, I packed up everything from London and I moved to Dubai. And I started my journey as a model over here and working in events. I also worked a little bit here and there in real estate, because, when you come
That's
to
the
Dubai.
Dubai story.
Yeah. When you come to Dubai, it's like all about real estate, and it was booming at that time as well. So I thought, why not? And then obviously, I'm always so passionate about fashion. So I got back into the fashion industry. In 2014, I started my Instagram, but it was really like private. And I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, I love Instagram, but it was on private. And at that time, my husband's like, listen, you need to start a blog. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you're so good at it. You need to do this blog. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's do it. So I shot some really good content, and I just started posting photos. And in 2015, I was pregnant. And in 2016, I delivered. And I think ever since then, my Instagram just started booming. I think I always say that Aiden's been my lucky charm. He's brought so much luck into my career that I dedicate my whole social media life to him, because if it was not for him, I don't think I'd be here, because I feel he's brought so much of luck in my life.
That's
my
so
son. And I think also a lot of my followers love to see a mom, a stylish mom, who they can relate to. So I think it really worked out well. I also wanted to be a little different, something that can set me apart in the industry. So I started a platform called I Woman of the World. I Woman of the World is all about female empowerment, supporting women who are talented. I felt that there's a little bit of a, gap in this industry where I feel a lot of influencers are mainly promoting the luxury brands who are very well known. So I wanted to create a platform for these new talents, especially female. Because when I was, working and, trying to, hustle, nobody really helped me. Like, I felt like, oh my God, I had to do everything on my own. And, I was really hustling. And I felt like, what? I need to give something back to the female society.
Well, I want to talk about your blog, because I know that that's one of the things that you definitely stand for is female empowerment. But let's talk about the hustle, because I think that's so interesting, that like to hear that whole journey and story, because that you were working hard every second. Then how did you take, and I think this is very, it's always an interesting point, how did you take that final step of going into a career in social media? How did you leave, let's say, makeup artistry? Like, was there a moment where you were like, okay, I need to pursue this passion? How did you do that?
So so basically I felt that, I've done makeup so many years. I've been working with makeup brands, but now I want to do something, for myself. Like, I want to be my own brand. I want to work with brands, but I want to just create my own content. And so then basically in 2014, I started the blog, and then I started posting photos and started working with brands. I kind of feel that I was already in the industry from before. So it all just coincides. But I also feel that the hustle was not easy getting where I am today.
What was like the hardest point for the hustle for you? What was the toughest challenges at that time?
The toughest challenge is, getting to the right brands, working with brands, meeting PR agencies, and you always have to be on top of the game. There's so many influencers. So that's why it's very important to, have a niche, like, something that sets you apart, basically. And so I know there were days when I used to just work so hard on my Instagram, on my blogs, creating content, and I always felt like, oh my God, it's not enough. I need to do more. I need to more. You know, that's how it is, right? You're always never satisfied what you do. Like even right now, I'm like, oh my God, now I need to do something more. I need to do, like, it's always like,
but that's the
never
entrepreneur
ending.
spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
But looking at your page, like it's perfect, and you clearly work with brands that you love. And how did, at the time, were you picky about the brands that you chose to work with, or were you just quite fortunate that you found ones that you were really passionate about?
So obviously, you know, when you start off, you know, in your career, you tend to obviously, you know, start working with a lot of brands, obviously to create content. But I've always been someone, I believe in, I will promote what I like. I don't want to promote something just because I'm getting paid for. There's a lot of opportunities that come my way where, you know, I'm offered a good amount of, you know, money to promote it, but I don't, because I don't believe in the brand. I only promote what I want to promote and what I like. And it's always been something that these are, you know, there's some stuff in life, like for example, like if I'm against something, I will not do it. Like, I'm not saying like I'm against a brand, but if I don't like something, I will not do it. I won't promote something that I don't like, or if I don't personally use.
But I think that's really important, because I think your followers can feel that, and then they will. That's what influence is, isn't it? Because you're showing something that you particularly like.
Of course, yeah. And also, like, when it comes to like a lot of beauty brands, I like to try it on myself first. Like today, I was approached by a beauty brand. I was like, let me first try it. Let me see if it really works for me before I can even, you know, present it to my audience. You know, I always want to make sure that I'm comfortable with the product myself, and if it really works for me, you know.
Well, it's interesting, you've touched on so many points, and we have a lot of questions from our followers that also ask you about your favorite beauty, and they also ask you about, like, you know, juggling your whole life. But I do want to talk about your I Woman of the World blog. And you said that you want to do things that set you apart. Is this one of those things that you want to kind of have a different platform that's different to your main one?
Yes, definitely. So I have my main page where I mainly focus on fashion and beauty and a little bit of lifestyle. But the I Woman of the World page is purely dedicated to female empowerment. I feature a lot of events. I attend a lot of events. I also host my own events. So I feature all of that content on the platform. Also, if I meet some interesting female, you know, successful female talents, I would like to feature them on that platform to empower other women, because I feel that I Woman of the World is about a woman that can be a mom. She can be a banker, a hairdresser, a stylist, you know, someone who has created a platform out of her talent, you know. So basically, it's a platform purely to promote successful women. It's dedicated for female empowerment so that we all women can be inspired by one another.
Was there a specific reason that you chose female empowerment? Was there a specific reason that you want to build up female, let's say, for example, with social media, it is a lot of fashion, it's a lot of beauty. So why as your niche, why female empowerment?
Because I feel it's what's needed in the industry. I think if we women together support one another, there can be so much that can happen, you know. I just feel that women need to support one another. And I find it very hard in the industry that I'm in, where female would really, you know, support one another. And I really wanted to change something in the industry. And I really, I just wish that, you know, more women could do this. I mean, it's so magical if we women get together and create something unique, you know. I think we can change the world.
I agree. We stand for that.
We can.
What really excites you the most about your career? What gets you out of bed in the morning?
So what excites me is the fact that I am my own content creator, and that I inspire so many amazing people out there globally. And that inspires me to wake up every day and create content, because I feel I have a responsibility now. You know, I have, you know, so many different age groups following me, and I feel it's like a responsibility. And I'm so passionate about it because I love my career. I love my job, because I don't feel like I'm working. I just feel like I'm living my dream life.
To be honest, one of the questions that came in wasn't a question, it was just saying that they loved your energy so much, and I can just feel that coming off you now. You are so passionate and you're so, I guess, energetic and vibrant, so it's cool to like feel that from you. One of the things I wanted to ask you was that I noticed on your stories you share pictures from The Secret. And guys, if you don't know, The Secret is a book about the laws of attraction, right? So it's like if you put something out there, it'll come back to you. Do you vouch for that book? Have you read it? Do you really feel that could work? Should I be reading it?
I am completely all about manifestation. I love The Secret. It's a book which I used to religiously read. I have The Secret daily teachings at home. So it basically gives you from Monday to Sunday, like what you should be doing, what you should manifest. And I'm all about being positive. I'm all about manifesting. And I think where I am today in my life, it's what I've manifested. I swear, everything. I sometimes wonder, oh my God, is this for real? But I just manifested this. Oh my God, it's really happening. I believe in the universe. I believe the universe is watching over you. And if you really want something, full-heartedly, you will get it. But you really need to focus on what you really want and just manifest it and feel it. Like I would sometimes, some people were like, oh my God, she is living in a dream world. I say, yeah, I am living in a dream world. I do have big dreams, and I make sure my dreams come true, because at the end of the day, your dreams are what you have.
I mean, you are the living dream to show that you can manifest these things. Because there are two schools of thought, right? And I think it's like, let's say, for example, personally, I don't know how to focus on a specific dream, and therefore I don't manifest it. But maybe I should. Maybe I should work harder.
Have to. Manifestation is like literally everything. I do it every day. I also have a book. So I'm so specific about what I want in my career, what I want in my life, what I want in my personal life. And I write everything down. Like, say, if I want to go on a holiday, I will write down everything I want to do on that holiday. Or if I want to do, if I want to work with a few brands, I will write down exactly what I want to do for that brand. What I want, I write everything down in a diary.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so that's the quotes that you share from The Secret, which is quite a popular book. It's also a movie. If social media wasn't here, if we wouldn't be sitting here right now, what do you think you'd be doing?
To be honest, I've always been into the fashion and beauty world. Sure. I would definitely pursue my career as a model, because I love the runway. I love doing photo shoots. I love the camera. I would definitely be on TV for sure.
We have some questions from our audience. We asked you on Instagram yesterday. We also asked you on Twitter. But to be honest, you've answered a couple of them. So we can just do them in quite a quick fire round. What was your first job?
I was a makeup artist at MAC in South Africa for Estee Lauder Group. I was a makeup artist.
Interesting.
This was my main first job in my career, yeah.
What was your favorite MAC product? Because I used to wear MAC all the time.
The Fast Response Eye Cream.
Interesting. Good to know. Fast Response. What's your go-to skin product?
My favorite product is definitely the Kiehl's eye cream.
Interesting. Good to know.
The mask, yeah.
I know it. How do you keep your hair so shiny?
To be honest, I don't do anything special for my hair. I just eat really good food for my hair. A lot of salmon, fish is very good for your hair.
If we could zoom in on this hair, I don't know if you can see, but it's just perfection.
Thank you. But honestly, I don't put any specific products, anything.
Got it from my mama.
I guess so. Yeah, my mom has good hair.
I know the answer to this. Are you married?
Yes.
What is your favorite pastime?
Sorry?
What is your favorite hobby?
What's my favorite hobby is I love spending time with my son. If I'm not doing anything like work related, I love spending time with my son. He's just my positive energy. It could be going to the park or going swimming with him, or just spending time with him. That's it.
We actually have, if you're watching the full production on Facebook, you can see pictures from maybe his most recent birthday.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Does he like the camera, by the way? Does he like photos?
Yeah, he does. But sometimes he does get tired. So Aiden doesn't really ask for any fancy birthdays or anything, but I'm just all about the glitz and glamour.
Super extra.
And I love being extra. And everyone's like, oh my God. I'll tell you about this birthday that I hosted for him at the Versace Villa in the Plaza Versace Hotel. I did the full Medusa cake for him. I got this really nice suit made for him with his gold Gucci loafers. I really went out, and I posted this video on TikTok. Oh my God. I really got trolled for that, but it was fun to see the reaction of people. Like, some people loved it and some people were just thinking it was too extra, but I loved it. But the reason I did two different birthdays is because I wanted just this beautiful pictures for his birthday, and after I did something that he loves, having a pool party.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think it was fun, and I liked it.
It's so great to hear you say I got trolled for that and laughing, because trolling on social media is a lot, and anyone with the big platform gets it. Are you always so kind of casual about it? Like, are you okay with sometimes getting negative comments if they come through, or do you even experience them that much?
To be honest, I've come to terms to accept that I'm a social media personality, and there will be people who will either love you or people they will hate you. So for those who love me, I love them back, and for those who hate me, it's okay. They're still following me, so that means they like something about me for them to 100%. Follow me. About the trollers, I can understand, because I do understand that some people found it a little too extra. Some people find it like I'm spoiling my son. But they don't understand that it was all done in just, pure fun. There was nothing like, oh my God, nothing arrogant or proud, something arrogant about it. It was just something so purely just for fun, something I wanted to create for his memories, for photographs, just beautiful content. But that video generated the most views on my TikTok, by the way. Wow. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God.
What views are we talking here?
Sorry?
What views are we talking here?
On TikTok, that video got about 2.5 million views.
Wow. Your son's birthday getting 2.5 million
views.
He's going to grow up and be like, that's kind of cool content to have regardless of...
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. I also had my friends telling me, oh my God, it was a bit too over the top. You should have something more like casual, more kids party. I'm like, but did you guys not see? I did have that. I had that in the end.
Both.
I had both. So the best of both. One for me, one for him.
I love that attitude. I love your positivity.
But people did, by the way, a lot of my friends after that booked the Versace Villa line, did birthdays there. So worked out well.
That's influence, guys.
Yeah.
Before you leave us, one question we ask everyone: why are you loving Dubai?
Why am I loving Dubai?
The city.
I love Dubai because I already told you guys the story. I came to Dubai and I think it was love at first sight. And after me, so many of my friends moved to Dubai. So I think I should be an ambassador for my Dubai. I love Dubai. I love the city for being so, cosmopolitan. I love the fact that it's so cosmopolitan. I have friends from all around the world living in the city. I love the skyline. I love the glamorous lifestyle. I love the fact that we have such a luxurious lifestyle here. We're so blessed. We have access to everything. And being an Indian, I feel like it's like best of both worlds. I feel like I'm at home away from home.
100%. Yeah. Thank you so much. Guys, the incredible burst of energy, positive personality. This is Farhana Bodhi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, and keep shining. I love the platform, and thank you guys for watching. I love you guys all.
Stay safe, wash your hands. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time,
Bye.
same place. Bye.
Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.